In the previous episode. Pretty.
It was Peagram's gem, all right. A large, uncut blue stone. I guess I was already under its spell.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Broken Sword, The Shadow of the Templars. Director's Cut. Just finished Island in the last part, and here we are with Nico. I don't know what's going on. The only thing I could click on was this box. So I've clicked on it. And this is where we are.
The box was carved by my father. It never had a key. The elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Carchon's. But that small metal disc underneath it in the chest was a recent addition.
What? In the chest? Let's go back to small metal disc.
Oh, chère cousine. You left me a little present. You shouldn't have.
So they've been listening in up until this point. They might know that he's in Ireland then. So I don't know if I'm done with Ireland technically, I suppose. I have a message as well.
You don't scare me. Espèce de...
I wish you knew what that meant. Where you going, Nico? Back to the chest, though? I didn't pick up a little key, did I? She discovered her father was a twat. Yeah. Guess I gotta come back to that, but there is a message for her. It looks like. I'll put some music on again, of course. Eventually we'll put some music on. Is it the same song? I think so. Can I change songs?
No, I'm not giving up. I know where we are going.
I can.
Pray to God that we are gonna get there.
Listen to this message, you'll probably cut it out, but
I can't be left alone out of my
press it anyway.
I had messages waiting to be played.
You have 3 messages.
3?
Hey, Collard, it's me, your favorite editor. Guess what? I'm gonna give you a second chance. I need somebody to write the TV column. Pays lousy, so what's new? If you're interested, drop by the office. In fact, drop by the office anyway. We have to talk, Nico. That story of yours I spiked. It won't go away. You've made some dangerous enemies out there.
Hey, Nico, it's your old pal. I mean, your new pal, George. Whoa, Ireland. It's a whole different country. And I got some amazing news for you. Gem of a story, in fact. Oh, gotta go. Yeah, fella here's got a drink lined up for me. See you tomorrow, Nico. Slonsha. Yep, only here for a day and I'm speaking the lingo like a local.
Mademoiselle Coulard, this is Imelda Carchon. I wanted to thank you for being so understanding when... Come to lunch, why don't you? Tomorrow. I might have more news. There's a Monsieur Merlon coming to see me this evening. He says he knows why Pierre was murdered. In fact, he'll be here shortly. I shall let you know what he says. Goodbye, dear
He's
girl.
dead.
Till tomorrow.
Merlin?
She's dead.
My God. Merlin's the killer. I better get over there and warn her now. When it came to being two-faced, Imelda was up there with the best. I owed her nothing, but I couldn't just let her die.
Got a funny
I
feeling.
arrived to find the Palais Royal courtyard deserted. I only hoped that I'd beaten the assassin here. I had to warn Imelda before it was too late.
Got a funny feeling. She's gonna die anyway. So I wonder why the structure was so, clickable before. It's not about trying a door, let's be honest. Alright, let's click on it.
Fixed tight. Presumably to stop critics stealing it. Who else would want to?
Alright, click on those bits then.
I unhooked the first wire.
Oof, do I want to do this? At the very least, it's going to create a massive noise. Good noise though.
I released the second wire. Even with both wires removed, the statue remained upright.
And now we click on it a little bit. Just don't go mental. Oh,
If I could deconstruct this, I could deconstruct anything.
it wasn't hard to be fair. I thought that was going to be, a bit clatterier, noisier than it was. And we'll get up just in time to see her get shot or stabbed or something, I guess.
The window had been repaired with... The
Yeah.
plastic sheet was thick and strong. I'd need more than my hands to tear it.
Hopefully you brought some scissors with you, Nico. With the magical casing work. Holy crap, it is, isn't it? Wow. I would have thought that would be so useful. I don't think I'm going to be that time. Which is probably good for Nico's health, to be honest. I guess. Can you do anything around in there? Yeah, should be better. There's a light on in here, so let's go in here.
My God, I'm too late.
Yeah, I figured.
Imelda. Oh no.
Nico?
Don't worry, you're going to be alright.
You know that isn't true.
It was Merlin, wasn't it?
Dressed as a cavalier. How absurd. You came to warn me, didn't you?
I must be crazy.
Let me see you, Nico.
All this time you were just using me. Which one is the real Imelda?
You are an extraordinary girl. Thierry would have been so proud of you.
You didn't know my father.
So like him. Something about the eyes. I wish we'd had time to get to know each other.
She was gone. She cheated me, lied to me, used me. But why?
Because she could, and she's died sat up, which is weird.
Even in death, Imelda looked the same. Beautiful, inscrutable. The Ice Queen alone in her ice palace.
Always looting corpses.
I opened it. Inside was a tiny gold key.
With a chest in her room. What
I
was she
took the
having
key.
that?
I had to leave. I knew I could never return.
Trying to leave fingerprints. Can click on the desk again.
My old table had seen better days. I was beginning to know how it felt.
Can't imagine I can phone anyone.
There wasn't anyone that I needed to call.
Alright, well let's get to what we really know I have to do, which is to put the key in the elephant box. Why would she have a little key? Oh, I suppose we're going to find out, but little key and a chain to a box that Nico has. She has like all her life or something.
The box was carved by my father.
Yeah, we know.
The elephant... I took out the key. I couldn't believe it. Imelda's key opened my father's box. I dreaded what I was going to find inside.
I can believe it, because what else would it happen to? And it goes with the photograph.
It was a photograph of Imelda. But why here? In my father's box?
They're in an affair.
I felt as if a black hole had swallowed me up. Imelda and Carchon grinning. While behind them a village was being razed to the ground. Its people butchered.
But Dad doesn't look
And
happy
there,
though.
next to them, staring out at me across the years, my own father.
He doesn't look
There was
quite
a
as
letter.
smiley, though.
I feared there was even worse to come.
As long as it's not reading pissing code.
Hotel St. George, Algiers, Friday. My darling Thierry, by the time you read this, you'll be safely out of Africa. You need not fear. Pierre and the organization do not know who you are really working for, or about us. Did you think I would betray you? I could not. You wanted me to leave him, but I don't have your courage. I know too much of what has been going on here. They would find me and they would kill us both. Enjoy your life in Paris, Thierry. Your life of honor, of patriotic duty. Do they give medals to spies? No. They'll just give you a funny job in an embassy somewhere. I could never share that with you. Imagine me, a diplomat's wife. So I must stay here with Pierre, the two of us bound together by what we have done to this country. Au revoir, my love. You will be in my heart until I die. Imelda. Suddenly everything made sense. My father had been working undercover for the government. He was one of the good guys after all.
Would explain why I wasn't so smiley.
He and Imelda must have fallen in love. She'd found out who he really was, so he had to leave. It had broken her heart, but she had never revealed it to anyone. I knew I couldn't either. Whatever he was doing, he'd had good reason to keep it secret. I decided I would respect that and tell nobody.
Would you not go lie down in your bed? Is it gonna be George again? It's gonna be
I
George.
knew it was George. For a moment I was tempted to pretend that I was out, or ask him to go away and come back later. But then... Come in.
Hello, George. So, where did you stay last night?
At McDevitt's. I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
That explains why you look so ill today. Did you get any sleep at all?
Not much. I had to share the room with another guy.
Did he snore?
Hardly. He was dead. Then Leary woke me in the middle of the night to help bail out the cellar.
The cellar was flooded?
Yeah, some idiot had left the faucet running.
And you say Pegram has disappeared?
Without a trace. But my visit wasn't a complete waste of time.
Pegram's gem?
The Templar's gem. Whoever Jacques Marquet is, he's in for a disappointment.
Jacques Marquet?
He's the guy who should have collected the gem from Fitzgerald.
What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man.
Sparkly gem.
Do you want to look after the gem?
No, George. I'd be too tempted to sell it.
Look, Nico, a handful of plaster.
Yeah. Why is it that men never really grow up?
What's your problem, sister?
Your pockets stuffed with useless junk like little boys.
You never know when useless junk might come in handy.
Something else new, did I? No.
I can't sit here all day, much as I'd like to.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lopinot at the Kron Museum. And why don't you see if Rosso has heard anything?
Okay. Anything else I can do for you while I'm out? Shopping, a trip to the laundromat?
Just take care of yourself.
Just eating some fudge. Yummy fudge.
I so much wanted to talk to George about everything that had happened, but I knew I never could. My father's connection to Africa would have to remain a secret forever. His bravery would be known only to the government, and to me. Revealing it would just damage his memory. People would take the story and twist it. Before long, he would be the villain and Carchon would be the hero. I know how they do that. I'm a journalist.
Not a good selling point for journalists. Yeah, Pop. So, the museum, you surely know what Montfaucon is. If Lobner's actually there now. It's just standing in the middle of the courtyard. No, still not here. Okay. So, she also said Rosso. And I do wonder why I've been able to go to the police station. Oh, it's not bloody here either. Let's talk to Moo. Moo? I want to say Moo. Is it Moo? We'll find out. Got graffiti on the desk.
Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
It is Moo. He doesn't know what Montfaucon. Who's that?
Have you heard of a man called Marquet?
Yes.
Oh.
He used to be known as the Mole of Montmartre. I heard he's been hospitalized, probably by one of his rivals.
Really?
Which hospital was Marquet taken to?
The Hagenmeyer Clinic, in the Avenue des Hérissons.
Something I can go there?
Why was Marquet known as the Mole of Montmartre?
Because he lived in Montmartre, I suppose.
Yeah, but why the mole?
I don't know. Maybe he ruined people's lawns.
Alright. That's what's about everything.
I was one of the last people to see the victim alive, Sergeant.
Does that worry you?
Yes, it does. I feel I owe it to him to find his killer.
That is best left to the authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? Tell you anything?
No, he just grinned and nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
I'd like to report an assault.
Yes, monsieur? Where is the victim?
I'm the victim. I've been harassed by a pair of thugs.
I see. And where did this alleged assault take place?
Outside the Hotel Ubu. They stopped me as I was leaving and went through my pockets.
Could you describe the suspects, monsieur?
One looked like a gorilla, and the other looked like a weasel. Their names are Flap and Guido.
Bon. I'll get them this time.
Do you know a man named Khan? He's a shifty-looking guy with a scar on his left cheek.
No, monsieur.
He also calls himself Thomas Merlin.
I'm sorry, Monsieur Stobart. I don't know him. Has this man any connection with the bombing of the cafe?
Yes. I believe Khan was the name he used when he hired the clown costume.
Do you want to jam?
That is not a good idea. No way. Does this matchbook mean anything to you, Sergeant?
That's a double-line Swedish with a crosshatch Bergman strike strip. Now, that's unusual. Pre-war Anderson hinging.
Really?
I haven't seen a reinforced Anderson outside of a private collection.
It's rare, then?
In this part of the world, yes. There are only 3 places these are made. Taiwan, Manila, and Slough.
Is that Slough in the tiny English town? Whereas Taiwan and Manila are a little bit more exotic. Anyway, I guess if we ever go to one of those 3 places, my matchbook is good. And I can't buzz him. Showing the picture, I guess.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur.
It's the guy who bombed the cafe. The clown.
This man looks nothing like a clown.
He's taken off his grease paint and costume.
Then there is nothing to link this man with the killing.
Nothing? Look at those murderous eyes.
Hardly likely to get him convicted.
See you later, Sergeant.
I think I've got what I needed from him. Hopefully it should be some hospital or hospital. Cool. Ooh, ambulance. Maybe I can get a stethoscope or a stigmanometer.
I felt a little guilty as I tried the door, like I was about to rob a grave. I gripped the handle with an involuntary tremble in my hand and pulled. The door was locked.
Shame.
There was no sign
Alright, let's go in. Let's see what this is all about. Who's this guy? A doctor, I'm guessing, but, you know, details.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Really? If you
Spoonface.
wish to make an appointment, see the receptionist.
Do you know a guy called Mark K?
I'm looking for a guy named Jacques Marquet.
In which department does he work?
He doesn't. He's a patient.
I see. You do realize there are strict policies regarding visiting hours, don't you?
No.
This
Click.
is important. I have to talk to Marquet urgently.
We make no exceptions to the rules.
It's a matter of life and death.
The well-oiled running of this hospital is a matter of life and death. That's why we have rules.
Fuck
I
you.
think I ought to warn you that Marquet is not what he seems.
Explain yourself.
He's in league with a bunch of guys who want to take over the world.
Nonsense. Besides, Marquet's employers have paid in advance for one of our most exclusive private rooms.
Let me guess, it's guarded. I can still talk about him now.
Could you tell me who Marquet's employers are?
Certainly not.
You're no help. I'll leave all that stuff
Thanks
now.
for your help.
Help. Sarcastic help. Right, receptionist might tell me what room he's in.
Excuse
now.
me.
Yes, sir?
Is this the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
That's correct.
I thought I was in a garden center.
Oh, the plans. They were my idea. A little greenery to evoke the spirit of nature. How may I help you?
Marquet.
I'm here to see Jacques Marquet.
Oh, yes. Are you related to our client, sir?
No.
No, I'm conducting a private investigation.
Then I can't help you.
Unless I feel it's necessary with those questions. I'll just tell the truth. It seems to have kept me out of trouble so far. I can still ask about Marquet though.
So, do I get to see Marquet before the funeral?
That attitude will get you nowhere. My instructions were quite clear. No one gets to see Marquet. So unless you can prove you're a relative or a close acquaintance, you're wasting your time here.
Prove that I'm an acquaintance or a relative. I'm a clown.
Has Marquet been visited by a man in a clown costume?
Oh, no.
You haven't seen a man in disguise?
Well, there's Theodore the Bear. He comes every Thursday to entertain the children. Personally, I think he scares them half to death in that crummy old bear suit. If I was stuck on my back with tubes in every orifice, he's the last person I'd want to see.
I'm too
Has
gangsters
Marquet had a visit from a pair of gangsters?
I should hope not. Can you describe them?
A thin guy who looks like a weasel and his friend, the gorilla.
Sounds as if they escaped from the zoo.
I want to prove I'm a relative.
Have you seen this man here at the clinic?
No, sir. And I never forget a face.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Can I just go there? Maybe I'll magically find the right room. Or not.
The woman managed to look overworked and hassled, though she didn't appear to be doing anything.
I need something that says Marquet on it, I guess. I don't know, guys.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Well, the only thing I got with their name on
Look
it
at this ID pass.
Whoa,
Oh,
loud.
you're Merlin.
Loud.
Marquet's been asking for you.
For me?
Yes. He was shouting your name when they brought him in here. Now, let me see.
Why so loud?
He was on Ward B12, as I recall. Oh, he's being transferred to... Oh dear. He's on Ward J2. That's Nurse Grendel's ward.
Why so damn loud?
What's so bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a crime, is it?
Well disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip the butt off the Marquis de Sade. Everything, I mean everything, is done to a strict routine. 6 o'clock alarm call, 6:10 bowel movements, and woe betide anyone who doesn't have a result. Those patients of hers are like Pavlova's dogs.
She sounds like a real nightmare.
And then some.
If Nurse Grendel is that bad, how come the authorities tolerate her?
She's like part of the furniture.
I was beginning to get the picture. This woman was jealous, with a big green capital J.
Because she's part of the furniture, what's that mean?
How do I find Nurse Grendel's ward?
Down the corridor on the left, turn right at the senior consultant's washroom. Right again at the executive coffee lounge. Bear left past the administrator's sauna. And turn left at the end. That's J2. And good luck.
Alright, well.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Doesn't know it says A, B, C, D there, but I guess it doesn't matter which side I click on.
As I turned the corner, I saw the source of the hellish noise which echoed through the corridors. It was an industrial polishing machine with an odd-looking guy in tow. He looked blissfully happy, for no apparent reason.
Let's have a little chat with him.
Hello.
What's that?
I said hello.
Oh, hiya.
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
That's what I thought you said. Don't look so down in the mouth. No matter how bad things seem, I never let life get on top of me.
Oh, yeah? What's your secret?
Why, it's easy. All you have to do is smile and whistle this little tune.
You know what? If you start whistling, I'll bust you in the teeth.
I'll bust you in the teeth.
It's a deal.
And whistling is a fantastic way of pretending that you're happy. I mean, I find myself whistling quite a lot at work. A lot of people go, "Oh, you seem happy." So, nah. Smoke and mirrors, it's all for show. My work sucks. I could do a whole hour-long video about the reasons why, but I'm not gonna. Do you know anything about Mark?
Do you know where I'd find a patient called Marquet?
No, I'm not allowed on the wards with Mr. Shiny.
Okay. Well, I can ask
Have
about
you
them,
seen
but
any unsavory characters lurking about in the corridors?
No, sir, I haven't. But I've got nothing to worry about. What's that, Mr. Shiny? You'd take good care of the rascals, I'll bet you would. With a friend like him, I've no fear of oppressors.
It must be a great comfort.
He is.
Buffer them to death. Oh, I can talk about the buffer.
Would Mr. Shiny be your polishing machine by any chance?
Please, don't call him that. He's more of a friend than a machine. I've had Mr. Shiny for 3 years, and he's never let me down once.
How come you got so attached to a polishing machine?
I asked you not to call him that. He's got a name, you know.
Yeah, Mr. Shiny. It's just that...
You think it's odd, don't you? I don't mind. The rest of the staff think I'm twisted. I heard them snorking behind me back when I gave Mr. Shiny his weekly pull-through.
Snorking. Good word. What can I talk to him about? Would you like some plaster of Paris?
Do you recognize this powder?
Is that dandruff?
No way.
It sure looks like dandruff.
It's plaster.
Ugh.
Yeah, because having a handful of dandruff is good. But what else would be useful? Maybe he knows about this.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
You should never ever play with matches.
I know that, but...
People get hurt when they do. They end up in hospital, like the burger lady. She was so burned up they didn't know whether to use bandages or onions.
Right, okay. It really makes me want some burgers, actually, just thinking. Not so much the charred flesh, but the onions part. Juicy ground shark. Anyway. Can I buzz
Would you
him?
like to shake my hand?
Not until I've washed, if you don't mind, sir.
As soon as this director's cut doesn't let me buzz the Irish kid, I ain't being able to buzz anyone. Bloody point of that. What's the point of that, man? Obviously it must come in useful at some point, we'll see. Would you like an electrician let me mess around with your machine?
Do you recognize this pass?
No, I don't. Should I?
No, but I wondered if you'd seen a stranger flashing it about.
No, sir. But if I had, Mr. Shiny would take care of him.
I don't think I'm going to get out from him.
See you later.
Yeah, take care now.
Although the fact that I can see his wire is kind of suggestive.
The connector in the socket supplied electricity to the polishing machine.
You're not going to tug it? No. Alright guys, I think it's been about half an hour. I don't want to do my outro with him buzzing in the background though. Oh, now he's going to talk. Alright. Nearly the end.
Oui, monsieur.
Is this Ward J2?
It is, but you're not supposed to be here. We have strict rules about visiting hours.
Can't you make an exception? I've come all the way from California.
You must speak to the doctor.
I can't wait that long. What if he snuffs it?
You can't talk like that here. This is a hospital. You will have to leave.
Oh. Great. Alright, I get the funny feeling he stood next to that door for a reason, and the reason is...
Hey now!
Yep.
You can't go in there.
How come?
How predictable.
I'm responsible for the contents of that cupboard.
Can I pull out the wire? Yeah! That is not a coincidence. He's going to have to come back, put the plug back
As
in.
I tugged the plug out of the socket, the polishing machine coughed, spluttered, and died.
Open the door.
Mr. Shiny, what's wrong, pal?
Can I click on the door, please? Click it. Can I click on the door? Oh, it's fine, George. Just waste time. Go. Go, go, go. What are you doing? Why would you just stand there? Oh yeah, now I'm a doctor. Right, now I'm officially done. I'm just gonna go back to my intro with a bit of quiet. There's a new guy. Game keeps trying to distract me. Alright guys, I'm gonna leave it here. I think it's been about half an hour, which is how I want most of my videos to be, with the exception of the last one. Thank you as ever for watching. I really do appreciate it. What I'll appreciate more is a like. And if you're feeling especially generous, please subscribe to me. Cheers, Carbon. Ultimately though, what I would definitely want to do is wish you all a very good day or night, depending on when you're watching it. And I'll see you all in my next video. Take care everyone. Goodbye.